right. Hello, friends. Good morning and happy Friday. This is still Miss Gerton from Wednesday, but I know that by the time you're watching this on Friday, I will miss you twice as much now, and I cannot wait to see you again on Monday. I hope you've had a great week so far, and let's hop right on into our little mini lesson for today. So, today we are going to be doing a show what you know. You're going to be taking your quiz today, so I'm going to keep this super short, sweet, and simple. We are just going to do one practice problem together to practice the standard algorithm and the area model. Then I'm going to get you started on your quiz. So, first off, before we do anything, get out your notebooks, get out your hashtags, get out a pencil, okay? Use your resources. I want you to use your hashtags on this. I want you to use your notebooks on this. I want you to use our anchor chart up on the board for this, okay? So make sure that you have all of that out, and we will jump right on into our learning targets and then our practice problem. So, our learning targets for the day. First off, we can recall multiplication facts with automaticity through 12 times 12, which we all know is 144. Then we can use our strategies and the standard algorithms, including, we can use our strategies and algorithms, including the standard algorithm, to multiply a two-digit number by a two-digit number to solve one and two-step problems, okay? So we're going to be using both strategies today. On our quiz, you will need to show me both, so we're going to practice both. So I wanted to keep it super simple today. We just have a straight up equation we are going to work through together. So we are going to work through this using the standard algorithm and the area model, and I want you guys to be working along with me, okay? So I'm going to set it up, then I'm going to give you a few minutes to try it, and then we're going to check it together. So you can, for this, you can either do pencil on paper or you can be working with your expo. Either is fine with me as long as you are doing the work. So let's start with the standard algorithm. We are doing 27 times 46. When I am setting it up with the standard algorithm, you need to rewrite it vertically. We have to have our 27. I have not gotten any better at writing numbers on this. I am so sorry. We have 27 times 46. Okay, rewrite it vertically. It's a very bad line. Make sure that your place values are lined up, and I want you guys to take a couple minutes to try and work through this. Go through these steps, all 6 steps. They are on the board or they are in your notebook if you need them. Okay, so I'm going to peace out for a couple minutes, give you guys time to work, and then I'll be back and we will go through it together. Alrighty, friends, let's go ahead and work through this together. I am so sorry if you do not have time to finish, but you can check your work or your answer right now. So let's start. Our first step is multiplying our ones place times our ones place. 6 times 7 is, oh my goodness, I just forgot my sevens facts. 6 times 7 is 42. I had to think about that for a second. 6 times 7 is 42. Then we go to our ones place times our tens place. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. We can't forget to add in that number we carried over, and make sure you cross it out after you've used it so we don't confuse ourselves later, okay? Now we're done with our ones place down here. We're going to move on to the tens place, so we need to add our placeholder 0. Then we are moving on to 4. We do 4 times 7, which is 28. Then we do our tens place times our tens place. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. And now we have our two partial products. Remember, these are only part of our answer. You're not done yet. You have one more step. We need to find the sum of our partial products. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 6 plus 8 is 14. I promise that was supposed to be a 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 0 is still 2. And nothing plus 1 is 1. So we are left with 1,242. So we think that the answer is 1,242. We are going to, I'm going to put a rectangle around that. You guys circle your answers. When you're on your quiz, circle your answers so that I know which number is the last one. Okay, now we are going to double check ourselves using the area model. Now, when you're working, I don't mind if you want to double check yourself using the standard algorithm again, but you need to double check yourself somehow. We're going to practice the area model right now, okay? So I'm going to draw my window to start. And then I'm going to split that up into 4 parts. Again, if you would like to work ahead of me, that is fine by me. Just please make sure that you're checking it along the way to make sure you're doing it correctly, okay? We put our plus sign at the top and our plus sign on the left. If you would like to put your multiplication symbol over here to remind yourself, you can. Now we need to break down our two numbers into their expanded forms to put them into our area model. So we're going to break down 27. We are pulling the tens place away from the ones place, so we end up with 20 plus 7. And then if we do the same thing to 46, we get 40 plus 6. Okay, and remember, with our area model, with all 4 parts, we go straight up and straight to the left. So you're multiplying together. So first off, we have 20 times 40. We are going to do our trick because here we have 2 multiples of 10. If you can count by 10 to get to them, they are a multiple of 10. So we're going to do our trick where we only look at the first digits to start. We ignore those zeros for a second. We know that 2 times 4 is 8. So now we add those zeros back in. Make sure you added 2 zeros because we had 2 multiples of 10 here. So we have 20 times 40 is 800. Now we're going to go over here. If we go up, we hit 7. Left, we hit 40. So we're going to do 40 times 7. I know that 7 times 4 is 28. And I'm going to add my 0 to the end from 40. On the bottom left, we go up and we hit 20. We go to the left, we hit 6. I know that 2 times 6 is 12. And now I can steal that 0 back for 120. And last but not least, we have 7 times 6, which I remembered earlier is 42. So now I'm going to turn my camera off for a hot second, if I can figure out how to, so that I have enough space. We need to add together our partial products yet again. This time we have 4 of them because remember, with the area model, we break down our algorithm one step further. So we're going to start with 800 plus 280. Make sure that, friends, you line up your ones places. When you're adding, you start at the right, and you always line up your ones places. And I always start adding at the right. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 8 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Okay, I've used my first two numbers. Next, I'm going to add in my 120, making sure my ones places line up. 0 plus 0 is yet again 0. 8 plus 2 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. And 1 plus nothing is 1. So I have 1,200 now, and I still need to add in my last partial product, my 42, which is going to leave me with 1,242. So we got the same answer each time. Yay! So we did it. That is an absurd comma. I am not getting any better at this whole drawing on my screen thing. All right, let's remember to clear our screen this time. Okay. So, really quickly, here we have your to-do list for the day. Once again, this is on the next slide on your PowerPoint. So once I'm done talking, this video ends, you can click over to that so that you have this up on the board so we know what we're doing. First, we're going to do the show what you know. Your teacher's going to pass that out in a minute. You are going to use your notebooks, use your hashtags, use your anchor charts, okay? Use every resource I've given to you. You can still use it. I want you to use it. That's why I gave it to you, okay? Please use everything you have. Once you finish your show what you know, you're going to turn it into the math tray if you're Miss Beeler's class. If you're my class, turn it into Miss Gerton's tray. And then you're going to work on your science assignments. Remember that we have two different topics this week, the properties of soil and the changes to the Earth's surface. For each of those, you need to complete that to-do list. So do your notes and your quizzes for both, okay? If you finish your quizzes for both subjects, then make sure you turn the notes into the science tray, and then you are going to work on reflex or fast finishers. Once again, we're not going to do Prodigy today because people are doing work and we do not want to take their focus. But you may go on reflex. If you greenlight, I will be so proud of you, but you're still not going on Prodigy. Or you can work on some fast finishers and turn them in for Bear Bucks next week. Okay? Really quick, I'm going to give your teacher a couple minutes to pass out the show what you know. Please don't start working on it yet, okay? Put your name on the top. Make sure you put your name on the top, okay? I don't want to take points away because I had to track down your work. Put your name on it, but then just wait, okay? Don't start yet because we are going to do a couple examples together. I'm going to show you what I'm looking for on our first two sections, okay? So your teacher's going to pass it out. Then you can continue this video and we will do some examples together to get you started, all right? All right, friends, I am back. If you need more time to get everyone situated and get things passed out, then you can pause this video now. But if everyone is ready to go, then I want to walk through 2 examples with you guys, okay? For this one, you need to be really careful reading the instructions on here, because if it's telling you to solve using a specific strategy, you need to use that strategy, okay? If it says use area model and use the standard algorithm, even if you get the correct answer, it's not going to be correct, okay? We need to be reading those answer choices. So, our first section, it says to rewrite and solve using the area model. Okay, so for these top 2 problems, you need to use the area model. We are going to do 36 times 19. We're going to set it up together. Okay, so we're doing the area model, so I'm going to draw my window and pick a blue pen. Okay, we're going to break up our window into 4 parts. Mine's going to look really bad up here, and I'm so sorry. But make sure you are copying this down, because I am not going to leave this up here while you're taking the quiz. You need to be writing it along with me, okay? So we have our plus signs. If you would like to put your multiplication symbol in the corner, you can. But we need to break up 36 and 19 to put onto our area model. 36, we're going to take our tens place and our ones place. So it is going to break apart into 30 plus 6. So we have 30 plus 6 along the top, and then 19 will break down into 10 plus 9. So make sure you have 30 plus 6 and 10 plus 9. And then when we are solving using the area model, we go quadrant by quadrant, one part at a time, and we're going to go straight up to see what number we hit and straight to the left to see what number we hit. If you want to use your fingers like I do in class, I would recommend it so you don't get confused, okay? So for our first part, we are doing 30 times 10. Remember our trick? We have 2 multiples of 10 here. 10 and 30 are both multiples of 10, so we can do our shortcut where we ignore those zeros for a minute. We're just going to look at our first digits. I know that 1 times 3 is 3. And now I'm going to add those 2 zeros back in. If you are using this shortcut, make sure that you pay really close attention to how many zeros you have, okay? All right, so we've done the first part together. Once you solve for the rest of your partial products, make sure you add them all together to get to your answer, okay? All right, give you guys a second to make sure you have all of this written down, and then we'll go on to the next part. All right, let's look at the next section. This one says to rewrite and solve using the algorithm. 2 keywords are rewrite and algorithm. So you need to rewrite this problem. If all you do is write the answer right here that you magically got with no work, it's going to be wrong even if it's the right answer, okay? You need to rewrite this. We are using the standard algorithm, so those numbers need to be stacked vertically and our place values need to be lined up. So we're going to do 34 times 14. We're going to set, 35 times 14. We are going to set this up together. So we are going to write 35 times 14. I'm taking a lot of concentration to write these numbers using my mouse. Okay, so make sure to set up like this. Our place values are lined up. You can use these lines if you want to. You don't have to. They are optional lines, okay? Remember to follow our steps for the standard algorithm. You have these steps on the board and you have these steps in your notebook. Please use them, okay? And use your hashtags so we know we're getting those math facts correct. Remember, you start ones place times ones place times tens place, placeholder 0, then you move to your tens place, okay? And then add together your partial products. All right, the bottom section, we have 3 questions that all involve multiples of 10. So remember the shortcut that we just went over for multiplying by multiples of 10. And then the back, there are 6 word problems on the back, okay? Please make sure you do the front and the back, do both sides, okay? Pay close attention to these word problems. Mark them up, circle your important information, whatever you need to do, all right? Please show all of your work. If you don't have any work, I'm not going to count it correctly because I don't know how you got to that answer, okay? So no using expos. You're not solving on your desk. You're not solving on separate paper. You are solving on this sheet of paper using your pencil. Once you finish it, once again, you are going to turn it in to the math turn-in tray and start working on your science. All right, good luck, friends. Take your time, show your work. You guys got this. Use everything that I've given to you, okay? And I can't wait to see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.